time here.
Yo, it's Michael Garahan.
Yo, it's B-Mash.
What's up, everybody? This is Cameron.
No!
This is Cameron.
It's Cameron.
Ant-Man Crawford.
What?
All right.
Because you love that. What do you ass?
All right.
what?
And,
Couldn't come up with another one.
so, we back. This is episode 28. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh,
And-
let me introduce one of the guests. You introduce the other.
So, first guest is a man I've had the pleasure of getting to know this year. I'm introducing. Well, I won't say your name yet, but quick background. This kid's a sophomore. He's a track, and although we didn't meet till this year, I consider him a very close friend of mine.
Ooh.
Introduce yourself.
Wow.
What's up, guys?
Whoa,
Nick
whoa.
Piergiovanni.
Yeah!
Nick, I just want to thank you for coming on, sir.
What's up, comedian?
Move, take it away.
Our second guest is more than a lad.
Oh,
That's fast.
I mean, peep the hair. It's like God. It's beautiful hair.
Curly
And a
fries.
very nice man. I don't think no further introduction needed. The man speaks for himself.
Oh, I'm Zack Yaros.
We've been waiting for this
Z-Train,
I got-
Z
I got-
Wagon.
I got three things to say. One, we've been waiting for these guys to come on since the fall.
one.
So like low key half a
to
year.
come on
Wait,
since-
wait,
Two.
wait. All right, let me get my two more things. Two, Zach, I love your hair.
Oh,
It's
thank
beautiful. Three, Zach is as close to the Backstreet Boys as we have in Downtown West.
Close to the back.
I had a question for you two.
Yeah.
Where is Ian Mercado Torres?
Oh my
He's
god.
at track practice right now. I don't know he's at track. Where we should be, but
Whoa, wait. Nah, it's fine.
but
Should be, but
As long as Henry doesn't.
we don't do that.
Play it back.
premium.
Exactly.
So, I told you two boys to prepare a little story to share with the group.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
before we do
Alright.
that, let's go over the ground rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Base 0. First rule, always cook Mike for. Actually, there's 3 rules now. Always cook Mike for sleeping during the movie because he always takes a quick snooze.
Oh, I remember that.
Number 2, always cook Michael for his obsession with Elastigirl because he can't stop looking at that ass.
It's false. That's actually false. First
And
one's true.
3,
First one's false.
always cook Michael for being such a comedian because.
Third one's
Class.
probably true.
I
based
didn't
on
know
their
some kinda-
Yeah.
Thought you were gonna mention Primoc or something.
Hard.
That was a fun episode.
We left that in
guys.
episode 20.
Oh!
Yeah, well, I got a little tidbit, but I'll share that when we start talking about the movie.
All right, how about you fellas take it away with some story time?
You want to start with
All right, so I don't know if most people know, but Zach and I are part of the sophomore God Squad. Kind of yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
yeah, we're known as the XC boys, track boys, all that kind of stuff. But we
And you used to be known as Trash Can.
well,
TCD.
not all
of
us.
Say it,
Some
Michael.
of us.
Oh.
Say
Alright, sorry,
man.
continue,
Yeah,
continue. I didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt.
Let
Yeah.
the god of the squad speak.
Okay, so
Gods.
we're part of HQ of TC.
oh TC,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that comes.
Oh, right,
Headquarters.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all really close, like really close to each other in this sophomore group. Like,
What do you mean by
so-
close?
I
You
don't
mean
know
like?
that-
What is this?
I'd have to like.
What is this some
A
kind
little
of?
outrage? No.
Well, we've been together since like 8th grade, lunch
Yeah.
table kind of, and we all come from like different areas of DASD. Like,
Ooh.
they're the West Bradford boys,
Yeah, Chestnut Ridge boys.
Chestnut Ridge boys.
Dang.
I come from like Glenmore area,
East Brandywine.
and then you have Shimona Gang.
Wait, who's the Shimona gang?
Shimona Gang, you got Sharpless,
Oh, I knew,
Yeah,
I knew you were
Bolger,
Bolger.
Nate,
Nate Bolger.
Rot. He's from Rochester.
Yo.
Yeah, yeah. Nate, Henry.
Yeah, I knew Dubuque.
Yeah,
I went down
Dubuque's
there,
in
so,
there. I think that's it, right?
Foley.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
he's
like
not.
that
Foley,
he's not
Foley,
God,
Foley's in, but like
He's out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
D-Clan, aka Skeletor.
Skeleton, yeah, Declan.
Oh, T-Clan.
Yeah, they're all
I
STEM
think
guys.
that-
Unfortunately, some of the sophomore group is like cut in between West and STEM, but
Tragic.
yeah, I know
It is
was sad.
tragic.
What about that 6th grade center that's coming up soon?
Oh yeah. No, we were the first generation.
First generation
Yeah,
before
first
it got
generation.
really
We
out of hand.
just-
Well, we were the
missed
last
that crack,
generation
man.
of
Yes.
the good generation. So
Yeah.
Last people to experience 6th grade in a middle school.
Yeah, in the
Exactly.
real right way.
I think I speak for everyone in my grade when I say this. 6th grade was the worst year by far. For,
It was
like,
awful.
It kind of is like a really bad year.
No, just in general,
though,
with
too.
like
yeah.
the Marsh
But
Creek.
I bet for you guys
Mike?
too.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Can you hear?
Yeah, the level's just low in case we scream.
Oh.
But it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah. It comes in
whoop.
here.
Main office.
It comes in low
What
here
is
with
this
this
gonna-
compression,
that's
so
an
it brings up the low.
abomination.
Is this some kind of school or something?
All right.
All right, so you guys said you had a story.
Okay, so
God's God.
all right, so I'll start it off. I guess one day, one weekend over the summer. I'm pretty sure, was it the last day of school?
It was not. I think it was like the week after.
The weekend after the
Yeah,
last
the
day
weekend
of
after.
school. Okay, and then all the boys were getting together at Jeremy's house. Yeah, Bashard's house. Now Bashard lives in the middle of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
he's out.
Classic.
Like I live in Glenmore, but he lives in like the extreme Glenmore, out by Springton, Maine.
Yeah, facts.
And
Extreme glare.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I don't live that far.
Is that where you
I
live?
live
he
farther.
lives by Marsh Creek.
I live by Marsh Creek.
Oh, so more of a Shimona kind
Shouldn't
of
tell
guy.
me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't care. Well, true. No, I'm kidding. Fu already knows.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wait, what? Wait, what?
he knows my address. But basically, your boys here. Springton Manor's like here. I think it's east of me.
So what was your story?
Okay, all right. So we go over to Jeremy's house for a sleepover because that's just kind of what we do. We like to have those every 2 months about. That's what it works out to be. But
Wow.
yeah, so we all go there and I played airsoft in the past. So like with the
Yeah.
the guns
respect.
and everything.
Chill.
And I was trying to get but I was playing with like other guys. Like I was playing with Foley, Will Meyer, Peter John, all those guys.
Yo, wait, that's like all Shimona squad.
Yeah, most of Shimona squad because we would play in Foley's backyard and everything. Yeah, his home turf. But then, so I wanted to get the sophomore guys into airsoft. So
Oh shit.
I personally have a lot of gear for that. So I brought that all over to Jeremy's house. Some other guys brought that all over to Jeremy's house.
Yeah.
And we just kind of chilled there. But you tell them what's in Jeremy's
Yeah.
backyard.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I
what?
don't want to like disclude or like include anybody's names for like what happened, but like
All right.
there was an
Yeah, that's
abandoned
fine.
house outside, and we kind of knew this, but
It's like a Girl Scout.
yeah, it's
Kinda
a Girl
knew.
Scout camp. Yeah, we
Indian
thought it was
run
abandoned.
Girl
Wait, what?
Scout camp.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
it was.
Oh,
one
so
of
you
the-
thought it was abandoned?
Yeah,
That's
we
what
thought
you
it was
said.
abandoned,
Oh, okay.
but apparently it was not.
Oh,
so
wait, what?
we set up camp there. We set up camp and like to refill our guns and two guys. No, not like camp.
No,
like,
no, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like mid game when
Refill,
you like
yeah.
when you like died or like
Oh,
regenerated.
yes,
like that. So we set up there. Two of our guys, I'm not gonna say any names, but went into the house. I think that it was an abandoned house. A lot of things have been going on at this house, like a lot of things, like spray paint, like vandalism.
Well,
a lot of
we've
stuff.
been there in the past,
Yeah.
and we had no problems before, but we were just chilling. We weren't playing airsoft
Yeah.
in the past.
Jeremy did say like keep caution because like there's a guy that lives there.
Yeah,
so
with
we
like
thought he was
dogs
gone.
or whatever. But Jeremy exaggerates all the
Yeah.
time.
So my two friends went in the
he was
house.
making us think they were gonna release like a pack of wolves on us.
Yeah. So
Call the hounds.
Yeah.
my two friends went in the house and we noticed that the light was on. Next thing you know, they come bursting out of the house.
Oh my
then
God.
we hear the rev of the
Frost.
ATV.
No
And then
way.
they start running, but we can't do anything because we have the guns and everything.
No,
so
if we
can't
would have
leave.
ran, we would have left all of our gear
Yeah,
at the
but
camp.
I could have ran because I didn't have any gear.
But that was all my gear. So
That was not-
I would have had to like
yeah.
go to the police department or something and be
So-
like, "Can I have this back?" And they
Yeah.
probably would have said no.
But yeah.
So we just stopped once the ATV guy came up. I could still.
But also,
picture him.
you guys can run a mile in under 5 minutes, so it's not like they would have caught you.
No, they wouldn't have. We would have
No,
been
they
out
wouldn't
of
have.
there.
It's just like,
Yeah.
you know that moment where you're like, oh, I should have done this, but like actually it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
You can't-
wasn't the
yeah, you
smart
just can't
thing
do
to
it.
do and everything.
So yeah, they called the police, and
Whoa.
apparently we got charged. We got a warning, but
We
we
got
got
a
charged
warning.
for burglary or whatever they.
Burglary?
Yeah,
Burglary,
well,
yeah, what the heck?
the two boys
Break-in,
that were
probably.
inside the house were like the cops said that they could have been charged with burglary, but
Couldn't
have
steal
been.
anything.
yeah.
Oh, and here's the crazy part. we had to call our parents
Oh,
and bring
that's
them all the way
horrible.
here.
Yeah.
So my
They had
house
to
is
show up
30
on the
minutes,
scene.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's what
I was
Wait,
my
is
house is
burglary
30
when
minutes
you steal
away, so my
something, or
dad
is
was
that-
Yeah,
so
it's
mad.
yeah.
robbery or whatever.
Technically, it should have been just like breaking and then.
Yeah, I was gonna say breaking
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know my legal stuff, but
It's
That
interesting
sounds
that
right,
you say a story like that because actually, myself, Michael, and Brendan have a
Oh, yeah.
very, very similar story. I don't know if we'll get into it
Facts.
today,
Yeah,
but
definitely not
Okay.
ever,
almost
but-
identical.
Really?
Literally, almost identical. Last day of sophomore year for me, freshman year for them.
True.
It was really
You know,
crazy,
it's
and it
weird.
reminds me a lot.
I
about
thought
this
about
story.
that story before he said anything
When you
about
said
that.
abandoned
Really?
house?
No. When
Yeah.
you said the last day of or the week after school, it was the last day of school when
was.
ours happened.
Should
Let's
we?
just say this
I literally-
location no longer exists. That's all I'm saying.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been demolished.
demolished.
So
Yeah.
serious.
Should we tell the story now or save it for another?
We'll say-
time?
we'll
Just
tell-
save it
We
for
gotta
another.
have like PJ on for that one or something. Like someone
Chaz
was
or-
there or Chaz.
We can't
Yeah,
do
Dude, I
right.
can't believe Ben wasn't a part of that.
That's insane. to
That's
think.
crazy
He seems
to
like
think
he would have been in that. Yeah.
or Pat. Or
All I'm saying is rip Mill. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Nah, but
So-
it ended up we wrote our names down. We all got mug shots.
Wait, one location.
What?
Go
Mug
back.
shots. They
Yeah.
they took out their phone and they took pictures.
Yeah,
of
so
us.
we
That's
got-
actually
Yeah.
still sketchy.
No,
That's
no,
still
no.
pretty weird though.
They were telling us that if anything happens, like they'll put us in a file for this specific house, and if our photos come
Oh,
up,
okay.
then we're gone.
But
Yeah.
that's not that bad. But that's still funny to know that your photos like at the police
Yeah.
station
Our faces
right now.
are
Like they're
somewhere.
literally at
Yeah,
there.
in the
They're
phone of a
somewhere.
if you can,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
can show the picture now, that's what.
Yeah,
you
we have
see.
a picture
yeah,
actually,
You have a
Of-
picture.
of Jeremy's mom taking a picture of us signing the stuff,
which
and
was
then
really
took a
weird.
picture.
Love
Wait,
Jam-
give it on your phone.
I do.
Pull it up. We can all
What?
see it, and then I'll put it on the video.
Yeah.
Love Jeremy's mom and everything, but the fact she took a
Oh,
picture of
yeah,
us was
yeah.
kind
That's
of.
what I'm
That's
talking
kind of
about.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean,
look
better
at post.
She knew the podcast is coming.
Post it on.
Yeah.
She
We
posted on
definitely-
Facebook.
she
She's
knew,
like,
yeah.
look at what my boys.
It made an Instagram post on Aiden Barnhill's.
Oh
thing.
shoot.
yo, Barnhill's sister.
Y'all
bro.
can follow.
What?
Yeah, but
There we.
I was in Z train mode at that moment.
Oh yeah, you
I
can
was
zoom into
done.
each person and just
Wait,
see.
Yo, I know that man.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is in their bags, dude.
Why is everyone so sad?
Yo, Luke,
That's- wait, is
Luke
that
is
Luke?
always in his
Oh,
That's
bag.
Luke Ing. And in the back is Henry.
Is that the cop car?
Yeah, that's the cop.
that's
Is
the
that
cop.
really?
There were
Where are the
two
police
cops.
right now? At the time.
What?
Where are the police at the time?
They're
They were
they're
behind it,
behind
yeah.
there, and the
Oh,
house
really?
is behind them too.
Yeah.
Damn, that's some bag season
and
right
there
there.
were two policemen. One was good cop, and the other one was bad cop.
Oh,
I swear
yeah.
to God,
There's
no
no
way.
way.
Exactly.
That's
It's
us.
actually the same guys.
The one cop took us around
Comics?
back, and he was like, "I'm gonna
Chill,
speak to
chill with
them.
the name
I'm gonna speak to them privately." He started shooting our airsoft guns.
Yeah, he was like,
"These
"Can I
are
test
really
this
good
out?"
guns."
He said they're really good.
Yeah, and
oh
then he's
my
like,
gosh.
"You know, if you ran away, I wouldn't chase you." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Wait, why would you? Yeah, that's
Wait,
so
what?
funny
And then
to
brought
say
us
that.
back around.
Wait, how long ago?
Wait,
was
they,
this?
they were shooting
This
our
was
airsoft
like
guns.
Last guy.
Yeah.
They're probably just trying to.
This
The
was last
dude
year.
was
Last
just
year.
testing out each kind. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a lad at heart. I mean,
Yeah, he probably just wanted to see how, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like for
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
he
it's
wanted to
like-
test it.
And then he dipped.
Were they
Yeah.
Downingtown cops or?
They
No.
were specific. Like,
West Brand. They were West Brandywine.
Yeah.
cops.
What the?
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's
Classic
a-
Bishop.
Yeah, but then after that, I had my first lifeguarding shift actually,
Yo.
which I was kind of in my bag for.
Were you
unfortunately.
lifeguard at Pennypacker?
Nah, Windsor Ridge.
Oh, Windsor
it's out in
Ridge.
Chester Springs. It was
Damn.
nice, dude. What?
Yeah.
It was a
Chester
fun
Springs.
summer lifeguarding for them.
Yo,
But
But yeah.
lifeguarding's a tough job. You get it
You
done.
just do whatever, like 8 hours of that course or something like
We
that.
get
Oh yeah, you have to do the
8 hours of a course.
That's crazy.
It was actually like a week.
Wait, you get paid for the course?
Nah, well, you have to pay
Pay for it,
for
yeah.
the course. Yeah. That's the thing.
So
It's
Like
you
you make
a-
it back. You make it back with the
Yeah.
shifts and the summer.
Yeah, and you meet some people at the pool and everything.
Alright, cheers. Alright, cheers.
Oh, I didn't know it was like some kind of.
What?
So I heard you had like a story.
You guys got another story.
Oh,
We do have one more. Okay.
This,
Oh,
yeah,
is this the
his
controversy
story.
of
Is
the
it?
point
Okay.
of view?
Honestly, this is.
All right.
Whoa, we were
the-
at lunch
the
when we came
Rashomon
up
of
with this
stories.
idea.
Yeah.
You came up with
So
it
this-
first, and then we.
This was like towards the end of our freshman year, and then like at a lunch table because we would all sit together,
Yeah.
and we're all so eager to drive freshman year.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Facts.
Like it's
Of course.
killing us inside. We're like, God, why can't we?
Yeah,
But then we're the sophomore boys, so we're thinking, can we though?
Fast.
And-
Oh wait,
Dang, that's a
Yeah.
good question.
do I know of a portions of this story,
You probably do.
about the idea.
No.
Yeah, I think so. It was an idea. So it was an idea for a little bit, all right? And the idea was that we were gonna buy a golf cart.
Oh my god! No way!
Yes,
I've been dying to hear the story. Every time I'm outside the golf cart, someone says, "Did you know like the trash can gang bought a golf cart?" I'm like, what? No way.
People still talk about it?
Yeah, this is
Yes, I
Dude,
saw
we
that.
were gonna do that.
Dude,
We
this
were
is-
gonna do that.
oh my
We had the
God.
same. We had
Yo,
the.
you need.
I
I remember Pierce coming to me in
my
Spanish. She's
This
like,
is why
Yeah,
we
tell
bought
me, is this a
hoverboards.
good idea?
Me, you, and Jude was like all for
you're
it.
like,
Don't
is
worry,
it a good
This is
idea
a
to buy
primary,
it?
like,
Listen, this is
That's
why
amazing.
Michael and I invested our money in hoverboards because
yeah.
we couldn't.
We were gonna buy
get
a full
golf
golf cart.
cart.
We're like,
We're like, I don't think
yeah.
that's like legal.
See, that's where we
Wait,
went
yeah,
wrong.
please continue.
Oh,
Really?
I gotta
No,
hear
please
this.
continue.
Okay,
though,
all
yeah.
right. So,
how many days do we research in lunch?
almost
it
every
must have been
day
so fun.
as lunch.
Oh my God,
We
it
were
was
just
so
fly,
fun.
and we were like, and we made a Google Doc, and we were like,
Yo,
all right,
that's the way to go.
We made a full Google Doc, and we were like, all right, how are we gonna do this? Let's like try to be mature
Yeah,
and
be
get this done. All right, which is very hard for the sophomore boys.
Yeah, we looked up like what the driving age for golf carts
Driving
was, and it was
age,
like
What is
street
it?
legal
it's
or not?
12 or 14 or
What?
something like that.
Wait,
Wow.
in PA.
in PA, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't
That's
need a
crazy.
license
You're
or
kidding.
permit to do
The
that.
only thing
we
is
didn't think
that
it was-
like we don't know if they're street legal
No,
or not.
they're not.
Probably
But
not.
you have to be in neighborhoods.
Sketchy websites said they were street legal. More official websites said that they were.
Sketchy
What was it like?
So-
Honeybrook.com.
From experience, I've learned always go with the sketch websites. by the
No,
way.
yeah.
Always
They
go with
speak the
sketch
facts.
ones. Always.
AKA, if the police don't see you, it's fine.
Yeah.
So did you guys buy one?
So
Let
so
them-
basically, I got in contact. Well, I actually talked to my dad, and my dad was
Yo.
all for it.
He was all for it?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
So
that's
chill.
awesome.
Because my dad's an
Such a
engineer,
lad.
and he was like,
Oh,
"This
yeah.
would be cool for the guys to do this." Yeah.
Exactly.
So my dad was like, "Why don't you get in touch with all the golf courses in our area and see if they have old golf carts lying around?"
Yeah.
So I got in touch with Ingleside, French Creek.
Yo, I was just there this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
And Applecross. And Ingleside and Applecross were no use, all right? they were
wow.
completely helpless. All right, but French Creek, there was actually a really nice guy who had 5 golf carts and he was selling them for $500.
That's it.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's so
That-
cheap,
it's-
man.
Dude,
That's so
I
cheap.
shot a wedding there this weekend. And
Really?
It's a beautiful
French
place,
Creek?
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
French
yeah,
Creek.
yeah.
Beautiful
Should have bought
there.
a golf cart while
I
was
know.
It's like, yo, don't pay me, just
Give me
get
a golf
the-
cart.
Give me the keys to this golf cart.
So I was in email with the guy and everything. I think his name was Justin or something.
Yo,
Some
Justin.
CMS or something.
Yo,
yeah. But I was like, the sophomore boys are interested in getting one of your golf carts if you have any on hand. And I said we're in a mechanical engineering class. and we're interested in learning how parts work and
How
stuff.
parts work.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so hype.
Yeah, and we wanted to.
Grade A bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should
seriously
just
though.
say that. Give me
That's
a damn
amazing.
golf
I
cart.
said
I'll
I
pay
said we were in
$500.
like engineering and STEM classes.
Oh,
Yeah. But we knew we wanted an electric one because we didn't want to pay for gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, of
'Cause
course.
that
That's,
just
that's the way
would've
to
been
go,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, so we knew we wanted an electric one. So finally the guy said, all right, if you want, you can come down to the place and test drive one and pick one out.
gosh.
Okay, and so our buddy Greg Vazaki. Greg was involved in
Greg
this.
from
He really was.
Yeah, only because he had a trailer to transport it.
Oh,
to the-
yeah.
Classic.
Greg B
Yeah.
_12, baby.
Yeah.
I sold my drone to that
He had a
man's.
trailer, and this is kind of what Greg does. He deals with the 4-wheelers and golf carts
Yeah.
and dirt bikes
Yes,
kind of thing.
so-
That's his alley. So he went up to French Creek, and he picked out a nice one. Well, a nice one, and then drove it home on the trailer, and he dropped it off at Aiden Barnhill's house.
Yo,
And everything.
Barnhill's
Yeah.
shit.
How much you guys paid for it?
500.
Yeah.
Did you
we
split it
forgot
up
to mention
amongst-
that.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to
oh,
split it up. Yeah.
How we got the
How
money
much?
together.
Yeah.
How much
Somebody-
each? Yeah, tell.
So
It was very.
it was not. We did not split it either.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was
Because
not.
the things just kind of our ambitions got ahead of us, and we were like, we want this now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
That's
some
it, yeah.
people put in more, other people's put in
Oh,
less.
I remember hearing about this.
I thought
Yeah.
the highest was like what, 200. The lowest was $1.
Yeah, was $1.
Who paid $1? You gotta let me know.
Yeah, wait, what?
It's
Who paid
definitely
$1?
Greg.
No,
It was Sharpless.
Sharp.
One of the Shimona boys.
Yeah. Because he didn't want to
on.
be involved. He didn't want to.
Okay, that's
Who
at
paid-
least he
put-
gave a little bit.
yeah,
Who paid the
$1.
$200?
That was me.
Yo, he had a job. He had a job, so he was the most
Facts.
likely.
Yeah. Well,
Probably
actually, no
going
lifeguarding money went to that, but
Oh,
I had a job.
Yeah.
Peter's really put it in his heart and soul for this golf cart.
I was committed. I was really committed.
So, where's this story going?
So the golf cart's at Barney's house, right? And for the 2
Which one,
weeks,
his sister?
yeah, for the 2 weeks of fun that we had, driving around Chestnut Ridge, which is in
So
West
lucky,
Bradford,
Yeah.
and everything, driving it in the grass, through the streets and everything, playing music on it.
Oh,
No
way. Wait, you have
Sick.
speakers? You
We,
bring
it
your own
had
speakers?
cup
We would bring
holders,
our
we
own
put-
speakers.
we put
Oh
sodas in
my
it, dude,
God.
it's so
Now,
nice.
comfort. Look, you're supposed to fit like 2-3 people on it.
Oh.
We fit 8 people.
No!
Yeah.
We had
Oh,
American
God.
flags on the side.
Yeah, we had like
That
3
was
people in line,
crazy.
3 in the
I
front,
wish
decked
I was
it out.
there.
One guy like standing in the back.
Yeah, we
that's
put
so
like 3
fun.
stickers.
Oh,
That's-
you guys,
Put
that's
stickers.
so
Actually, I
awesome.
sent you a picture of the golf cart. Here,
Yeah,
I'll
pull it up.
Dude, that's literally something we
Oh
would
my
do.
gosh, you guys are
That's
crazy.
straight out of like.
It was so nice.
Wow.
This
That is.
this was the golf cart.
Yeah.
It had stickers
Oh
on.
my.
Wait, you guys
That's us
got
putting
Gangnam
stickers on
style stickers on it?
Yeah.
I can't write this down when the photos
What
come up.
the? That is
It's right in the
sick.
golf cart
Yeah,
photo.
it was.
You guys are so lucky.
It was one of the best days of my life.
All right.
Seeing that
Charlie,
thing.
boy, Pete.
So
That
Yaris
is
has
so
been a little
tough.
quiet because I feel like there must be a turn in the story.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that.
Zippo stickers.
Okay.
So, which one of you guys crashed it?
No. It's not
Hey.
crash. It's not. We still have it.
We still do have it, but
Do you want to get to the event that
The
led up
cops
to it?
got you.
yeah.
No,
Well,
no,
we
nothing
were
like
driving
that.
up this one hill in his neighborhood, which is a big hill.
Yeah,
You know that hill?
It's
Oh,
called
God.
Alton Way.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
I drove it.
Huge. Yeah,
It's a big
very
hill.
big. Yeah.
We were going up that after like a day of fun with the golf cart. All of a sudden,
Oh, we put it in tow mode to make it go faster. You know, like
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
when
tow,
you, like,
yeah.
shut off
tow,
all the
yeah.
stuff.
Tow and run, yeah.
yeah.
And,
But then when we were like driving it, up the hill using all the energy and stuff, the thing just conked out completely,
No
and we
way.
were stuck on the hill.
so.
Oh, I thought it was gonna go backwards.
So
I was
they
like,
had to call us because I was at Aiden's house still. We had to push it all the way up the hill. to
Yeah.
get to Aiden's house.
Yeah, it was
the
like
thing.
me, Saket, and Aiden were like riding it around, and when it stopped, like Saket's foot was on the brake. 2 of us were like trying to push it up the hill
Yeah.
and everything because we didn't want it to roll back.
Yeah,
That
that's
would-
and
really,
this is
really
like
crazy.
within like the second week we've owned this thing. Like
Yeah.
this, it only lasts
yeah,
2
it was
weeks.
the second week, like literally, and it was actually funny. Aiden's mom came by as we were pushing up the hill, and she was like, "Hey guys," and we're just
Did
like,
it just die?
More
or?
importantly, did his
Yeah,
sister go?
yeah.
So some say that like tow mode you're supposed to wait 15 seconds before you turn it off, but we didn't.
But
I forget who didn't. Like
it might have been Greg or something, but
You guys couldn't
but-
wait. You
Ray.
guys,
Exactly.
you guys couldn't wait
I was-
15 goddamn seconds.
But looking at it like that, I really don't think that was the reason why the
it was a
entire thing
used
conked
golf
out.
cart.
Yeah.
It was a used golf cart, and
Yeah.
Well, it just died, didn't it? Like,
just
did you
died.
have to recharge it?
We tried that.
we tried
for,
that.
like,
The battery's
weeks.
just done.
Yeah, we
don't
did
know
some
what's wrong.
troubleshooting, and once we
Yeah.
got it back to Aiden's garage, and we think it was a battery problem.
Wow.
Because we called like a bunch of golf cart places and everything, which was kind of mature of us, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but like acid was leaking out of the batteries, and when we got back in his garage, and like actually, Barney's sister comes. Yeah. The golf cart started smoking in the garage. Yeah,
What?
let's see.
What?
So the golf cart. The golf cart started smoking in the garage, like filling up his
Oh
garage
my
with
God.
smoke.
Yeah, so
Barney's sister walks out and she's like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is this?" Because like their entire garage is just like fumigated.
Yeah.
That's
Or
dangerous.
whatever. Yeah.
Carbon
So-
monoxide leak though.
Yeah, so they opened up the garage and flushed all that out, and then
Flushed away.
yeah,
and then long story short, we took it to Nick's house.
took it to my house. Thought maybe I could troubleshoot it.
Tell your dad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Come on,
my dad
Peter.
and I, like 2 months ago were like tinkering, tinkering, all that stuff, tinkering with the golf cart and stuff, but we couldn't make it work.
Aw.
And that's where
Sad.
it resides today.
Yeah.
It is
At
there.
your
You
house.
guys,
Forever.
you guys should just buy a new battery.
That's what
And
I was
there's
gonna say.
70
Each battery.
each, and there's
And there's
6
six.
batteries.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's
six
right.
They're
of
very
them each.
expensive.
Yeah,
Wait,
and to
what?
get a good one,
You might as
you
well
have to
get a
pay
new
like
cart at that
120
point.
for each battery.
Wait,
You might as
how
well
many
get a new
batteries
cart,
did you
yeah.
have to start off?
We had 6.
6. And we think all of them are done. So
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably like that because they're all linked. Like it could be a chain reaction
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So
where you just,
it
yeah.
really
Wow.
hasn't done.
It's like the
really
battery in
well.
an
We've looked-
iPhone. Like
We've
you
looked
just get a new
so
iPhone.
Yeah, we've looked so hard. Like my grandpa owns a garage out in New Jersey and stuff, and he's like a mechanic. And we tried to peep some batteries from him, but he only works with 12 volts.
Moo,
and
that's
stuff.
why I was quiet.
And we need-
aren't they high? What's the voltage for
We
each
need
of those?
6 8-volt batteries.
here's the thing,
So,
2 weeks
anyone want to
of- 6
donate
8-volt,
6
so-
8-volt batteries? Come to
That's
us.
tragic.
Yeah, but we did get one last bit of fun out of it. Me, Danny, and some other guy. I'll shout him out. Justin Sorrell, who lives near me.
Oh man,
I don't approve of this, but it's
But
fine.
Oh,
no one
shit.
in the group approved of it. But we got our last funds out
Did
of
you
it.
guys ride it around the square?
We-
down a hill?
We painted it blue and yellow.
Oh my
It
god.
looks like a car from
Wait,
Toy
so
Story.
was
That's
this
what they
was
said.
this-
No, that's
was this
so
while- was this
sick.
while it was in
That's so
functionality
awesome.
or no? When it was out?
No, this was while it was
okay.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it was out.
You
That's
guys should
tough.
sell it now.
That's what we were thinking,
But,
but,
like-
we were also thinking like, who wants
Don't
a
tell
yellow
someone.
and
Yeah,
blue golf
that
cart?
doesn't. It
doesn't
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
We
You'd be
thought about
surprised.
donating it to
Crazy.
Burns or Barker, but
eBay.
because it's West colors, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
You should take the
Facts.
athletic director's one. She
Yeah.
has-
Oh, yeah, she knows them.
And
Yeah,
maybe they
no
could
comment.
pay for batteries or whatever. But,
Yeah.
this is a picture.
And they
of
can
the
buy
type
back
of
from them
battery.
after they pay for
No,
batteries.
no.
Oh yeah, there it
If
is.
the athletic
yeah.
director's
Yeah.
watching this right now, just hit us up with another one, please.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying
We'll
is,
take it.
should have painted it red and black for the Incredibles.
Oh.
You know, we could
then
have done a
sold
lot
it
of
to
things.
Costa Rica.
Okay,
Could've done a lot of
could have done a lot of things.
Michael. Sorry, I just looked at Moo. and
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
Mike.
What?
I meant to say Moo.
How could
If it was
you?
painted red and black for The Incredibles, I don't know if Mike would be seeing a lot of daylight.
Oh,
Because it is real.
thanks.
With the box of tissue. Or I could have gone the route of,
So
yo, Mike, that would not be the only thing Mike would be riding. Something like that.
I like that. That was a good one.
all right. That's an amazing story with the golf cart. I respect
Thank
you
you.
guys
Yeah.
100% in that journey.
We had
'Cause
so
that's-
much
that takes a
passion
lot of
and
lot
ambition.
of work.
That's what you need.
It just blew
Yeah.
up in our face.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That, it happens though. I think everything that
2
I've
weeks is worth it, I think.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, oh
the
my
fact that you
God.
guys, even if you guys got 2 days out of it, that would still be worth it. I
Yeah.
feel.
No,
The
it-
experience is priceless.
It was one of the
Yeah.
peaks of the sophomore boys.
Yeah,
like,
it really was.
like timeline.
Because like you guys say, you're so
Yeah.
invested. Like that's that crazy feeling you all feel together.
Yeah.
Like, you just wanted to have it immediately. You put in that much money. Like it's like you just gotta have it.
we
you
were all
can't get
working
that
together
feeling,
and
like,
everything.
Yeah,
It
it's
was-
beautiful. That's
Yeah.
a true story of triumph.
Yeah,
and
some morals in there.
perseverance.
All I'm saying is if you painted that thing blue and yellow and none of the other guys liked it, you should have said,
Oh,
"Screw you,"
Yaros.
because he paid $200 to it.
True.
That's what I said to Aiden.
True.
But Aiden always
No,
gets
but think about it. We had 5 different people, including myself, that combined paid more dollars than you, and all of them
in
did
theory.
not want to pay. You didn't even tell us they were paying us. You didn't even tell us.
I really
sad.
did bypass them completely.
Yeah, you
I mean,
did not
but
even-
the
you
soul.
just sent pictures. You're like, oh, check out the golf cart. We're
Peep
like,
the golf
what?
cart and it's blue and yellow.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I thought everyone forgot about it, so I was like, you know what? It's in my garage. I'm gonna do what the hell.
Wasn't it like 2 weeks though? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Wait.
How
what?
long ago
Oh,
was this?
this?
painting.
Was
Like when you
this
had
was-
it.
I painted it in
Oh.
August, and we got it in the 3rd week of June.
Oh, so this is all summer stuff.
Yeah,
That's
this,
pretty good.
This is
All
like
summer
right
stuff.
after the other incident. Like honestly.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind
It's
of.
all, like,
important.
neat.
A
I'd
lot
love
of
to.
stuff
I'd
happened.
love to go back and reflect on the birth of this idea. You guys are just like, oh, I wish we could drive. It's like we can. Like I did. That's
Yeah, so-
amazing how it
Michael-
started like that. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Did you press record?
Yeah, I did. Why?
No, we're not doing this again.
It's
the
not-
same joke every week. No, I'm kidding.
Shit. Is it not blinking anymore? Oh, we'll hit it again.
It isn't a joke this time,
All right,
boy.
now.
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it doesn't-
It
we-
stops every 20
This one's
Yeah, every
Yeah, that
20.
one.
Oh,
Is,
yeah, it's fine.
it doesn't.
It'll just cut-
Basically-
it'll
We can just
fine.
put the pictures
We'll just-
on the
yeah, it's
page.
fine.
Oh,
You make
fuck.
mention that this happened right after the previous incident with the cops. So
Yeah.
not only was this a physical win for you guys, but it was a spiritual sophomore boys
Yeah.
communal effort.
So much morals and lessons were
I
taught.
think if
from
you
these
can
stories.
get together with a bunch of lads and invest in a golf cart, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually the saying we use. Whenever there's an obstacle facing the sophomore boys, we always say, "We bought a golf cart." Okay, there's nothing we
There were
can't.
so
do.
many people doubting us. Like,
So many
they were
people
like,
doubting
"You're
us.
buying a golf cart? Why do you need
Yeah.
a golf cart? You're just gonna drive."
But they
You're
didn't
not gonna
understand.
use it." But we did it
listen to that,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
we did it
that's
anyway.
amazing.
It blew up in our faces. We're not sad about it.
Yeah.
Listen,
Right?
if you
We
crash
still
in-
have the
should be.
memories
If
of
you
the
crash
2
in a
weeks.
golf cart and die, you've only lost a life and $500. If you crash in a car and you die, you lose a crap ton of money and
Exactly.
a life. So,
And your insurance.
Yeah.
yeah.
But as you boys been saying, a man's true colors show best when faced with adversity. So you guys bought a golf cart.
Would you look that up on brainyquotes.com?
Actually,
Cam knows
nah.
that by heart.
I did.
I think I've heard Cam say that same quote.
Yeah,
That's a
I
really
know.
good segue.
No,
into-
yeah, that was
Into
into the
T C D.
All right. Well, I guess.
Unless Michael, you.
I was gonna say, if you guys want a little burst of hope, here's a video of me and Moo driving a golf cart in the Vanderbilt last year during finals.
Oh, remember that? You DM me and we're like, you can
Oh,
pop
yeah.
by, but. Oh.
This is we drove
So,
a
yeah,
golf
there you
cart
go.
in the band room on
Fun
finals
stuff.
for the past 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, I got a shit.
years?
Not 2 years. Yeah.
2
So
years.
First year was
Golf
just pushing
cart.
it. Second year we got the keys.
We got the keys and we were
Yeah.
running it, and then I also flew my drone and took videos of Moo and Michael driving it.
Oh,
Wait,
So
you do marching band, right?
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so how does Otto decide who's allowed to drive the golf cart?
He doesn't.
No
He
one's
doesn't.
No.
He just
he just
drives it.
leaves his door open and then.
we always just
yeah,
steal the
that's,
key.
That's what decides it. whether the door's
Oh
open.
wait, it's truck.
Oh, so he doesn't know.
What?
It's truck toy.
No,
No.
his truck door
office
is
door.
open.
Classic.
Oh yeah. We,
Surfing
Oh my
on
god,
the
this
golf
is
cart.
crazy, man. Gene with his socks on.
so
Oh,
the
that's funny.
way that you
Somebody does.
that
Is that
you
Mangini?
that
Yeah,
you
that's
slid on the golf
Mangini.
cart is you have to take your shoes off and
And you have
then
your socks.
two
yeah,
guys
your socks.
drive the golf cart and then they just pull you behind and then you like let go.
It's
and
like
then you, it's crazy.
like water skiing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but from a golf cart lover, you know, Brendan and I especially like loving golf carts. I'm really glad you guys shared that story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Disrespect.
Glad we have a fan base and everything.
I know you guys like golf carts too.
Shout out.
Yeah, so
Oh,
recently we had an art show at our school and saw some pretty sick artwork. And I came across this one guy's booth.
oh,
And
Oh yeah, it's stopped.
what?
you need another battery.
Oh, that's okay.
Should we just
That's
like,
okay.
Pause this, John.
No, no, no.
No.
All right.
Keep it going.
Just keep
Yeah,
going.
those-
So I came across this guy's booth and I thought his work was really cool and I enjoyed it a lot. And
what kind of work?
I was talking to him. He makes some really cool sculptures and stuff.
Is it?
And
is it like?
is this guy
yeah.
named Joe Blackburn, I think
Oh,
that's his
yo.
name. And he runs an Instagram account called
The Pottery.
Yeah, the Potter.
Joe Blackburn Pottery or something?
Blackburn Pottery,
Yeah.
something like that. We'll leave it in the description. And I hit him up and I asked him if he could make me a cup or like a mug because he's like selling these mugs. He's like, hit me up if you want one. And I'm like, that'd be sick. And he's like, $10. Like, that's really cool. So I sent him it and he's like, what colors do you want? What style? Sent him a style and a color and he said he's making it for me. So
That's
just give him a shout out.
That is
So
cool.
it's pretty tough.
Wow,
That's tough.
That is very tough.
very cool.
That is cool. When's it
Oh.
coming?
I have no idea,
That's what
but
she said.
he probably.
Back at it again.
Oh, I thought the comedian was sitting right there.
Oh, if only the video!
Oh.
No.
Oh shit, comedian got serious.
Comedian.
Wait, can we get a battery?
Nah, it's okay.
I can get a batter if you want it.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Go
it.
get a
For anyone
battery.
chiming in
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
I feel like
not
we're
talking about
eventually
drug
gonna
related
need a
stuff.
battery.
Do you want to
But he
pause
said
it?
that.
No,
He'll
just
come
keep
back.
it.
Well, yeah, we'll
just
keep
it
going.
Yeah.
So,
So what were you saying before? You were saying something and then.
All right, funny guy.
Alright, so
Trash can duty. Tell us about it.
trash can duty or trap? Which one we hitting?
Or Infinity War.
Let's go into track. I mean, trash can duty.
Trash
Jeez.
can duty.
Yeah, trash.
Alright.
CD?
All right, do you guys feel comfortable speaking about trash?
I
can
think.
duty?
Wait.
Sort of. Yeah.
I
No,
think
we do.
Wait.
Yeah.
Anything that you guys like, any kind of feelings you don't.
Nah.
After emotional distress. or
So-
anything.
so-
PTSD
Should we
or
do this
something
Q&A type segment?
Let's just
We
let's
ask
yeah,
them.
let
that'd be
them
kind of cool.
let them
Yeah.
give us a rundown of what it is first.
Well, how about?
Do you wanna give
this?
this-
will be the first Q. What
Okay.
is trash can?
Yeah,
duty?
what is
How
trash
about
can
you
duty?
give the description and then I'll say where we're at right now.
Okay, all right.
Thanks.
Trash can duty is basically an organization of boys that that intend to spread like, you know, positivity, entertainment, and everything. Entertainment, positivity, passion.
We get the
if you
point.
will. Yeah. So there's so many more adjectives,
How
but
do they go about doing such events?
but they do it in the form of knocking over trash cans
Where?
in the school and out of school.
Oh.
But the school has pretty nice trash cans, so, and we're here for 7 hours of our day, so we gotta get some energy
It
out.
gets pretty boring. You know?
But yeah, exactly. So
You guys see the new blue trash cans out of the school? That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
they're-
I know.
You can't knock them over.
I know.
I thought they were black, right?
Nah, new blue ones
Black.
outside of the gym.
No, I.
Oh,
You
blue?
can't knock
Like,
them over.
Wait, have you
Who
not
said
seen the
No,
metal
alright.
blue ones outside of the
metal?
Now,
That's
Yeah,
a
there's
tough one.
metal
Those are the
bullets like
flats
outside
that
of the
go
wood
in.
shop.
yeah, those ones, yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
They made them
those
shorter.
ones.
They are shorter.
Yeah. But no, anyway,
But
trash can
I-
duty basically knocks over trash cans.
We'll roll some clips in here if you guys want.
Yeah,
I'll send you some
we
videos.
can
Yeah,
send
do
some
it.
stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have an Instagram page with, I think we hit 1,000, right?
Dang.
You guys hit 1,000 followers?
I think so. And
Holy
we're
crap.
following only the TCD
Yeah.
boys.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit up
One.
some of our people that sponsor us a lot. Well, not really.
Sponsors.
Not really sponsor,
Sponsored.
but like Roshan memes.
Roshan memes are right.
Rock on. My bad.
Rock on.
And then what else?
Damka.
Yeah, damn.
Damka's been.
Go back to
who
when we were
else?
gonna do a
Eminem
triple,
film
like-
production. No, just
Yeah.
We're gonna do a three-way.
What is Declan's page?
Stolen May
Yeah,
May.
Stolen-
Stolen May May.
They
These
give
are
us some recognition.
These are some Instagram meme pages.
Wait, that's him?
Yeah, Stolen
Yeah,
May May
that's
is
him and,
Declan Reimer
I'm on
and
Instagram, but I see a lot of people
Wagner,
scroll
yeah.
on his stuff.
yeah, and
Wow.
Matthew Wagner. Or no,
Ryan.
Wagner, not Matthew.
Yeah. But
isn't that a girl?
yeah, and, no, there's two. There's two.
Oh,
There's one
No,
at STEM. There's
yeah,
one at
yeah.
STEM.
There's a STEM Ryan Wagner who plays soccer and stuff.
What's up?
What's going on? You
What?
guys?
No,
I don't know.
I think it's all.
This happens like one. I don't really know.
Is Justin coming back?
So that's.
Mike, I feel like
There's like-
Michael's just sitting in his seat, like waiting for the moment
he's
Justin
there,
comes in because he's like,
But,
He's just waiting to get put on
He's
blast
preparing
for
a
his
cook-
crimes against
cook
humanity.
session.
I want to tell a little story. So, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say this, trash can duty got booked. The school, all the teachers know about trash can and what they do, so
Really?
they're relentless.
On
So
duty.
they had to shut down. But
Yeah.
Now
you don't have to.
How'd you
don't have
guys
to
get
tell me-
booked? How'd
Well,
you guys get booked?
So, do you want me to say the senders? Like we're
Now,
not,
me and Zach are not a part
You guys
of,
aren't.
just to let everyone know, me and
Yeah.
Zach are not really a part of the actual actions.
So you mean
that
that you
engage
guys
in trash
you're
can.
like
don't? You're not in front of the camera.
masterminds.
You're not knocking over trash cans.
Exactly.
Really?
It,
Okay.
You won't see us behind the
mastermind.
camera.
Who are the full senders?
Oh, you gotta go with Henry,
Yeah,
Henry
class.
and
Dubuque,
then Aiden.
Aiden Barnell,
Then,
Bean.
I guess
Beans
Moff-
is
yeah,
sending.
Beans
Bean-
does backflips in
Bean.
the trash can.
Then Moff, I
you
guess.
could
can be
call
considered-
Moff a sender.
Nah.
So did you
I
guys-
can't say the
Holden,
center.
Holden.
Holden's technically a sender.
Yo.
Nate Bolger's technically a sender.
Oh, the roll.
You'll see those guys behind the camera.
Is there a reason you guys don't send it?
They got booked. Oh, these guys.
We just don't feel
Oh.
like doing it. So.
You don't feel like
We
getting in
just-
Cheers has a
trouble?
few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like
we're-
other people getting in trouble?
Yo, I'll send it.
No,
if I
no,
get
there's
the-
nothing wrong with
It's
them.
not about-
They ask us to take the video.
See, there's
Yeah.
there is a
Okay.
place
Yeah.
for us though in the organization.
HQ,
We're
baby.
HQ. You know, we
So,
set stuff
oh,
up.
all right. So
We-
we made cards, like you know.
Yeah, I
Pokemon,
saw those.
yeah,
I
you
saw
wanna see those?
Pokemon
Yeah.
cards. You guys
Yeah.
put stats on them and they're like
Yeah.
rated?
Are they just
We were-
photos or
we-
the real
HQ
card?
was a part of that. We
Yeah.
made a bunch.
Now, if
of
anyone's wondering what HQ is, basically wherever TCD goes to perform the trash can sends,
Yeah.
HQ basically sets
Organizes
up,
that?
Yeah.
sets up,
Like a table, like
organizes it,
so, like this
yeah,
table.
and like communicates with them, like walkies-talkies. We're talking
Oh,
maps.
do you
Like,
wanna- do you wanna
like
say
we went
that?
into Wegmans and we
Yeah,
have
Wegmans, yeah.
we have like
You guys
maps.
do that in
amazing.
Wegmans?
Yeah.
Our boys went in and like D-Day. We were like the generals.
Exactly.
And we're like, they're getting killed out
Yeah.
there. We gotta pull them out.
We're sitting here with like a
But they
map,
did it.
Wow.
But
a
they
map
did it.
of Wegmans or whatever, and
Yeah.
like we're like marking down pinpoints and stuff. Calling Daniel. We have scouts and everything.
So this
It's a
stuff,
whole
it
lot
doesn't
of
happen if HQ's not there. HQ's the brains
No.
behind the whole situation.
Yeah, exactly. Without HQ, the senders.
So
would
you
be
guys are
lost.
sitting outside in a white van with like chips in everyone's ears, listen to exactly what they're talking about. Tell them what to
Basically.
do.
Theoretically.
In theory, yes.
Theory.
That's crazy. So,
That's a quote of this podcast.
so I hear there's a rumor that TCD is coming back, even though you guys got booked.
Oh, is that where I?
Is there any truth in that rumor? That there's a comeback coming?
So
There is truth. Here's the thing. Don't expect any more in-school sends. So,
all right.
Damn it. No.
which we made an announcement on the Instagram, which
it was a tragic.
Yeah,
it
it
was
so sad.
that
video
that
or like
year.
a post, like-
It was a video.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've never seen. Oh.
Yeah, it was very sad. It was like a whole press conference was shown. Hundreds of people were there. It
Yeah.
was intense. Yeah.
Who broke the news? Holden?
No, it was Henry.
That's so sad.
Henry.
Here's one of the cards. Check it out.
That's Henry DeVito's card.
What the?
What, is
Bert,
Bert?
put that in 4036.
God.
Bert is part of HQ, and he's the merch man.
Yes. If you want to get a shirt, he has 12 left for $12.
Yeah, 12 left, first 12.
They all
Send
need
that
to
to
Come
go.
first serve.
Send that to Michael.
Yeah,
Or to
yeah.
Cam.
I'll
get
do
it
that
then,
then,
yeah.
Yeah.
But we've taken a hiatus and we're just kind of reflecting on what we can do better, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. We've just kind of taken a break. So no more in-school sends, but we're gonna try and utilize the outside more.
Yeah, that's
because
cool.
I think there's a lot of opportunities
Especially with
outside
summer
of school.
coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of
Like, I hint at what we were supposed to do.
Golf cart into a trash
There's something with a pond in the winter.
Pond?
But
Whoa.
there was
Hold
nothing. That's a big hint. But
Yeah.
You were so tan.
winter-
Maybe
You heard it here first.
I
But
How'd you get so tan? Jeez.
maybe
Track boys.
maybe some flames involved.
But like,
Oh.
we don't know. Honestly,
Oh, no,
it's
yeah,
up to
yeah,
the
You
senders.
guys are gonna
if
put
they-
fireworks under the ice with a trash can in the middle and run out.
I mean, full sends only.
That's true.
Yeah, like Moose said here first. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Mhm.
Is it full sends only?
it is. We should make a shirt.
Sometimes
honestly.
it is.
But yeah.
Wait, yeah, never mind. All right, cool. Anyone have any other questions?
Question.
For our guests?
We have
I
answers.
think you guys pretty much said it. Do you guys think we should skip the track and just talk about Infinity War?
How about we come to the track at the end?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
Infinity War.
Okay.
Because it's only gonna be 4 soon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we got some time.
Yeah.
I mean, this can be a long
Do
episode.
you want to move this
Sure.
back?
Yeah. Let's.
So, Mill, hit it.
2018. I mean, no introduction needed.
Trash year. 2018 was kind of garbage.
For movies?
Nah, just like
In general.
personally.
Oh, sorry, Carl.
Sorry, Carl.
Oh, personal thing.
And just like for memes. It was a rough meme year.
Oh.
Facts. All right, but
How about the Eagles?
the
I was just about to say.
Sorry, Mill, sorry.
Yeah.
Go
He's eyeing you up, Ruben.
all right,
How dare
so
you wear this hat? No, I'm just kidding.
what did you say? If anyone's hat's getting revoked, it's his hat.
Don't get me started.
Oh, you want to get him started? Get him started.
Oh yeah, you
Get him started.
Comedian strikes again.
God.
You know, you honestly do not want to get Zach.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Save
sorry.
it. Save
Michael's
it.
never sorry.
Shut up, Michael. I don't want to hear it. Anyways,
This is the last
2018.
episode.
2018. All right, man. Avengers: Infinity War comes out. Right now, Endgame is out and it's making so much money. A little too much money.
Facts.
More than it deserves, but that's neither here nor there. Infinity War comes out in 2018, and I think it's the best MCU movie. I think it's wonderful, and I think it's better than Endgame, but I'm not going to talk about Endgame here, because no spoilers on the cast for Endgame. Spoilers for Infinity War, though. If you somehow haven't seen Infinity War, how the hell?
Please leave this video.
Unfortunately, that was me
Infinity
like a week
War.
ago.
All I'm saying is, never mind. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't want-
All I'm
Infinity
saying.
War you can spoil, but
Yeah.
Endgame,
Yeah.
no talking about Endgame.
So you know how a fat 30 minutes ago or so I said we had a story, but I'll get to it when we had the movie discussion.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, myself, Moo, Nick, and Zach were at Moo's theater on Friday night while Brendan and Michael saw Endgame, and
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can start the movie right now, and we're like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, yo, me and Moo were like, what are the chances? What are the chances we ask Michael when we see him like Monday this weekend or whatever, be like, "Yo, how was the movie?" And he's like, "Oh, it was really good. I watched the first half. I got an hour left. I'll go back."
I'm gonna go see it.
It's really good.
That's what I was saying about Infinity War. That's what oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was afraid going into it too because I was like, if this happens, I can't.
No,
there's
this
no
is
going
this is
back.
what happened.
Like,
I'll tell you
I
guys a
was
story.
I was so
This is a
awake,
story
though.
of Endgame. So
Yeah.
me and
I was so
no spoilers, no spoilers here. Basically, a couple lads from my church, Michael and I's church.
Also, wait. Shout out to Jesse Eldridge.
Listen, I'll get
Shirt
there.
owner.
I'll get there. A couple lads go by the name of Jen Castellon and Jesse Eldridge, my boy.
Yo, Jesse.
We went out to the AMC in Granite Run, which is a piece of shit.
It is. I've been there twice.
I saw a lady vaping.
Oh, that was a big buff.
Oh,
man.
please put in the video here.
all right,
We
we'll
have to put in the
That's
video
kinda
here.
like, yeah.
It's hilarious. Then we saw a teenager, I'm pretty sure, dressed up as Spider-Man at the entrance. It was
Yeah.
really
He
good.
was giving us the
There was like
Tights.
popcorn all over the ground. It was a piece of crap. The
Oh, I
bathroom
hate that
smelled
feeling.
horrible.
That's a boy moment.
Aside from that, oh my god, Endgame.
Whoa.
No spoilers.
Whoa.
Hey, I can say it's a great movie.
Like, out of
Oh, all
10?
right.
Out of 10? Like,
I'm not gonna put it
continue
there.
to-
We'll talk about it for another cast.
Michael, did you guys like Infinity War better or Endgame better?
Endgame.
I personally am torn, actually. I don't know.
Says the
I'm
person only saw half.
100%
I think I would rather. I wish I would
I'm
see more Marvel
100%
movies leading
Infinity
up.
War over
I don't
Endgame.
know.
Did
I don't know.
Because
Really?
100%.
What?
Did you
And-
sleep at all during?
I did not.
Endgame?
I didn't sleep a single bit. You can ask
No,
Brendan
you want to
for
know
next
why?
time.
You want to know why? On the way to get to church, where we were meeting Jen to pick us up and drive us to AMC, we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts and Michael downed a 32 ouncer of coffee.
Did you have to
I think
pee
it was
during the
44.
movie? 'Cause
Absolutely not. I did not. No.
And it was
Three
full of
hours.
caramel,
3
sugar,
3
and
hours of-
caffeine.
The coffee sitting
So,
in there.
all right. Speaking of Infinity War,
Tummy.
I think that something about Infinity War that's so like insane. Like this is why it's my favorite MCU movie. It's because so from the get-go, you automatically, with the death of Loki and stuff, you automatically build that
It does suck you.
extreme tension. Like
you in there.
you feel that Thanos is a major threat immediately in the movie.
Yes.
So that establishes the threat. Then scene after scene, tension keeps on building more and more.
What are you doing? It's blinking.
What?
Wait, what-
no, I was just gonna restart before.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so you keep on getting scenes. That tension keeps on building. The only exposition in the movie, really, dialogue-wise exposition, is that one scene where Wong is like playing with the Infinity Stones and like it's literally a 5-minute scene, and then you're strictly into the action. Like everything else from there is visual. Everything else is character interactions. But the thing is, the movie runs at such a fast pace because every time a scene's about to start to drag, they cut to the other storyline. So it keeps this pace really fresh. Every time, like every second of the movie, you're on the edge of your seat because the stakes are that high. Like
Oh.
Yeah, it's true.
at one point, you don't even, because characters die off in the beginning, in the middle, like you don't know who's gonna survive, which makes the movie so fresh throughout the entire watch. So by the favorite scene in the movie, Thor coming into Wakanda, what makes this scene so much better than just a normal crowd-pleasing moment is the fact that throughout the whole movie, you see the heroes basically beaten through the whole movie, which is you haven't seen this in many superhero movies.
Yeah.
So the heroes are beaten so many times, and the tension is this high, so that when this epic scene happens, you just feel that energy. You're like,
You're right,
after
you're right.
so long of pure edge of seat action, this is the climax. This is everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so you're just off your seat clapping and cheering because it just feels so good. And shout out to Alan Silvestri because the music.
That's what I was about to
Music.
say. Every single time the music came on for like an important scene, I looked over at Moo when I went to your house, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so
God.
nice!" Especially the Thor scene. That
But
scene
like
was epic.
the craziest thing is the pace is so relentlessly fast, yet they never sacrifice character moments. Because in my opinion, in this movie, the protagonist is Thanos in the way they put him as the center of the movie and how they really develop him super well in the movie. And I think that was such a smart choice considering the fact that we've had 20 other movies to develop all the other characters. So it's really smart that they used this movie to really hone in on Thanos. Whereas some of the other Avengers movies, like the villain's just down the wayside as a generic type of thing. But this one, like through flashbacks and even Thanos' character has like emotional decisions to make himself, which really makes you like understand where Thanos is coming from, disagree with him, but understand where he's coming from. And like him killing Gamora shows like he will do anything to achieve his goal. So throughout that entire movie, Thanos is such a presence, and I think it's Marvel's like the fact that the Russo brothers were able to make such a grand movie with this many characters so well balanced. I can't even begin to describe how impressive that is.
I love the comedy behind all of these movies as well. Like,
I do too.
Oh,
I
it
really
can't- it's
enjoy it,
it's so hilarious and it's
You're right.
so well placed throughout the film too. Like, I'm not gonna say anything about Endgame, but in Infinity War 2, I really enjoyed all the comedy placement, especially with that Raccoon Man's
Oh
Hell yeah,
Rocket.
Rocket. He's hilarious.
He's pretty good.
Personally,
I love that
I laughed so hard when they were like, "Get back to where you came from, Squidward." That
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
From
Iron Man says
I was
that,
gonna
yeah.
say that, yeah.
That's so
What is that? Is there the name for that like Thanos' like minion guy or whatever the heck he is? I don't even know.
Dude,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
guy's
I
powers are crazy. How he can like
His goons, his cronies.
Yeah.
he can like shape shift and crap like that and like grab
Yeah.
things out of midair. It's crazy.
But what's it called? The comedy for me is hit or miss. Like sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's just annoying.
Like you feel like it's out of place
Me,
or something.
me and Moo were talking a little bit the whole I am Groot thing. I was done after the first time.
I'm
like,
Groot. Well, also for you, you haven't seen Guardians of the
I
Galaxy.
have
Yeah.
seen. I've seen 1 and 2.
You have?
Yep.
Oh well,
I thought
that's
that
just
was
his
I like,
dialogue.
I,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
like
I know.
that.
I just think I know it's a dialogue.
I think that
but
like a lot of Marvel movies, like I'll give an example from Doctor Strange. A lot of Marvel movies are really bad at like placing humor because a lot of times it undercuts the most epic scenes. Like in Doctor Strange, right before the final confrontation, is like Cape does some stupid shit, and I'm like, bruh,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
And there's a lot of comedy that just like doesn't land. Some of the jokes I feel are like corny and whatnot, even in Infinity War. That's my major issue with this, like the classic Marvel issues. But for the most part, they at least kept it to more of a minimum, and they still allowed for that epic moment, Thor coming into Wakanda,
Yeah.
best scene in the
Yeah.
MCU in my opinion. But yeah, the
Now-
comedy for me.
Oh,
is
that was
hit or miss.
epic. Yeah.
Now I have a question relating back to Thanos. So I didn't know this, but you guys probably know this. Apparently, like, because I didn't see Civil War leading up to Infinity War. I didn't see like Black Panther, any of that stuff, or any of the Guardians of the Galaxies. But apparently, like, Thanos was introduced before Infinity War.
He was introduced
and
in
I'm
the
wondering,
first
like,
Avengers.
when
First
Bro.
Avengers.
Yeah.
But like I missed
Yeah,
that.
but, like,
completely.
while ago.
Loki was like,
End
yeah,
credits.
Thanos sent me. And
Oh, but not
it's
not
gonna be-
visually
Loki
was
says
he?
no, he was.
No.
He
Really?
was. Avengers end credit scenes. Thanos turns around.
Oh, well, in that
End
case, yeah.
credits.
Thanos turns.
He turns around and then I think it's Age of Ultron where he's like, "I'll do it myself," and puts the gauntlet on.
Wow.
Dang.
So it's kind of this almost like they knew that they definitely probably
Since the
intentionally
beginning, they've
foreshadowing
been
that,
waiting
yeah.
for Thanos because he's like the biggest bad
I guess
villain. in
at
the,
that point
Yeah.
I had like no idea who the guy was.
Yeah.
Or
Wait, so
where
is,
leading up.
is Endgame supposed to be like the final one?
Yep.
It's the final for the.
Did you guys
Both
hear that
event,
yeah.
Endgame slip in Infinity War?
Of course,
Like,
of course.
yeah.
We were going crazy when Doctor Strange's like, "We're heading into the end game."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just made that.
placement,
Yeah, I was like,
though.
dang.
I remember that.
It's because sorry, cut you off, Carl,
No,
but
you're
I
good.
just want to make this quick fact. They filmed both of these movies over top of each other, like at the same time.
Wait, really?
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, isn't that insane?
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
6
that is
months
weird.
of shooting.
Yep.
But
Dang.
I thought, like, as I said,
Um,
the tension is just insane throughout the movie, and they do such a well job at like seamlessly blending each of the storylines together. Like
It's
the editing is
parallel.
phenomenal.
How do they? I don't even know what's real and what's not real.
Yeah, because Thanos isn't real. I'm
It doesn't
assuming.
make sense. Like so many. Like I
Wait,
just want to
Oh,
see.
visual
like,
effects wise.
Yeah.
Oh.
How?
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, yeah, that
It's like
isn't
how?
that crazy?
Because he has the reality stone.
No.
No,
He's talking about
no,
visual
no,
effects, like
just
from
like-
the outside, like just of the movie, not the story. Yeah.
Like
The
how?
visual effects
I
are.
see.
How does that work,
incredibly
man? Like
impressive.
how do they just build
And-
these like planets and just?
It's probably
Yeah.
it's probably the reason also why Black Panther's visual effects suck because all their best visual effects people were probably working on Infinity War.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about I think the visual effects are amazing, but sometimes I feel like people just like movies like can use them a lot lately. Now that it's almost like we can do it. Like, why do we do practical effects if we can make it like do it in post? Like, the only thing I didn't like is like
Iron Man
right when
suit.
no not, that, and also when Spider-Man first shows up, went in his suit, he's fully CG. I'm just like that kind of took
Really?
it away from me because it looked really obvious to me.
The worst
And it's
things
kind
in
of just like that's not a
CGI
real
are
person.
when
I don't
Like,
the
remember that part.
costume is CGI, but the heads aren't.
oh, you can
That's
see
the
that so
worst.
clearly with
That's
Iron
the
Man,
worst.
and
Especially with
Spider-Man.
Hulk and the Hulk
Yeah.
Buster.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
That,
I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
I
his
think
head
that
looks so small.
this movie is bound to be a future classic
Infinity?
Wow.
because
Sorry, yeah. Wow.
it's like the Empire Strikes Back of Marvel movies,
Mm.
and Marvel movies are definitely like, whether we like them or not, with the amount of money they make, like everyone's seen them, so they're definitely gonna have a lasting influence.
yeah, just that alone,
And
whether it's like good or not.
With
yeah.
this one, the way they blend the storylines together, I feel like will definitely hold the test of time, even though the visual effects probably won't be holding the test of time or standing the test of time. Sorry, it's gonna be like Empire Strikes Back. Like, even though the visual effects don't really hold up, everyone still loves the movie because you grow up with it and it looks amazing. It's gonna be the same thing with this one.
Now here's the thing though, with like Star Wars and everything, there weren't as many movies as Marvel.
That's why I
has.
think
True.
Infinity War is gonna be the one to stand out. Infinity War, I think it's like Infinity War and Endgame together is gonna be the standouts.
That's the thing. Like, I also feel like Star Wars, you can say, I don't have a field day this weekend, burn through all 3 or 6, whatever you want to quantify it as. If, with Marvel, if you say I'm gonna burn through all of them, that's like an impossible feat.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Marvel can also be a thing
Days.
where like parents show like their kids the entire Marvel universe like throughout their.
Yeah, true.
Raising,
Kind
yeah.
of like Star
raising.
Wars almost.
No,
Yeah.
but like with Star Wars, it's like a timeline. With Marvel,
Yeah.
like I love how they weave everything in together. Like my sister saw Endgame, she was like,
Same.
everything comes together. I think they show that in Infinity.
Yeah, no,
War.
that's kind of cool because like Star Wars came back and like had to like make movies based on the individual characters later, like
Yes,
later
I know
in
what you're
time.
saying, yeah.
But now Marvel took care of all the individual character movies, and then they finally went to the final movie.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like better.
I think it was patience. Patience really paid off for this movie
Yeah.
because no matter what, like no movie in the near future can have this big of a reception or this like catharsis seeing your characters' conclusions and whatnot. Like, I'm sort of bleeding into Endgame, but not really,
Yeah.
because you have so many movies to build it up and so many people have watched them since 2008. You can't get that type of character development and
Yeah.
all that without.
That's such a that word. I love that word patience in this case. So you can see like got people at Marvel like they're just like they probably
10 years.
exactly just waiting, just like it's like no, we're gonna put
That's
another one out. It's like, hey,
crazy.
can we just like can we do a final movie? It's like nah, like we're gonna keep
Like,
going.
they make the Avengers in
and-
2012 and all that, but like the finale comes 10 years
Yeah.
later. That's insane.
What? Samu, question for you. So a lot of times you talk about how like the public, so like you give an example of how like your favorite movie or like your go-to, like I have to see this movie from last year was like Phantom Thread, and you're talking about how like you get excited over movies that aren't like the general public doesn't get excited about. Do you think it's fair that the public has this much excitement for Endgame?
I think it's definitely fair. Like, personally, like, obviously, I was way more excited for a movie like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
But for me, it's different for, like, I can relate my experience with the fact that I've been watching Denis Villeneuve and Blade Runner for so long. Like, I've been so excited for their work, and also Roger Deakins is my favorite cinematographer. I can relate that to the fact that people basically breathe Marvel movies
True.
all the way up until this. So it's very understandable why so many people are excited.
Yeah.
And as I said once, from a marketing standpoint, the MCU is genius.
Yeah.
Even though I disagree with a lot of stuff they do, Ant-Man and the first Ant-Man
I
movie.
love Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man.
Oh, you want me to tell you something that'll make you dislike Ant-Man a
What?
little bit?
Tell me, man.
And then give me crawls up. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so let me give you story time. Ant-Man had potential to be 100 times better than it was, and here's why. For 14 or like 10 years or something, even before the Marvel Cinematic Universe started, Edgar Wright was trying to make an Ant-Man movie. Edgar Wright, director of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, Scott Pilgrim, Baby Driver. That Edgar Wright. And you already know how good he is at heist movies with Baby Driver. So Edgar Wright was trying to make a heist type of Ant-Man movie. And it was going to be amazing. But then the MCU started, and he had this idea before the MCU even came about. So he was like passionate about it. And he had Paul Rudd as Ant-Man and all that. MCU comes around, and Edgar Wright's trying to make his movie, but MCU, because they're trying to make there's almost like a serial style movies, they didn't give him as much creative freedom as he would have liked, so he walked off.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Okay,
You've done a phenomenal
riddle me this.
job.
Boo, riddle me this. If you didn't know any of that about Edgar Wright being involved, anything about
Well,
that.
Ant-Man in general, the villain's whack. A lot of the jokes land flat. It's really average, like blandly shot. And
No,
the
this
visual
is my
effects
thing.
aren't
I think you would say otherwise if you didn't know all that stuff.
Nah, because when I first saw Ant-Man, I didn't know that, and I still thought it was an average movie.
No.
And I think most Marvel movies are average, except for Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War, like the two standouts for me.
Thor was really good.
I want to hear what Zach Yaros has to say, because he was
He's
dropping
got
a lot of knowledge in Moose House. So
Yeah.
just have
About
yourself.
Ant-Man?
We'll be quiet. No,
No,
just
in
the
general.
Infinity War.
Oh,
We'll be quiet. You have yourself a field there.
Okay, so I thought Infinity 4. I think I give it a high 8 out of 10. Honestly, that's what I think. And I think the music had a lot to do with that. Honestly, like Moose said, like a lot of things that Moose said, I had to say as well. But I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind really. You pretty much said what I was about
What
to
are
say.
some of your favorite scenes?
Oh, when Thor comes in, when Thor's taking on the star, that's pretty epic.
That is so epic.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And the beginning scene kind of looks like the comedian killing Prima. Thanos choking Loki.
Kind of
I
was.
saw this.
Kind of was.
Hey,
I think
you were
was it,
asleep,
no,
I saw it.
What was it? What was the scene that Michael Paternity edited with the names over?
Oh,
You
do
guys
we
see
have to show
wasn't-
that in-
No,
We
I
showed
don't think we
that.
have to
That's
show
the
that.
one where
That
Thanos
was towards the
goes
end.
to kill
That's-
Vision.
yeah.
That was
Okay,
also
that-
very
yeah.
resembling.
And it shows all the
of-
lads. Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
Well, I'm sorry you guys have. I'm sorry that you guys have been able to relate something so visual like that to
Yeah.
something
Two
you didn't
scenes
have
in
to
the
see.
movie that look
Yeah,
like
we were
that.
going
Yeah,
crazy
sorry
with
about
that
that.
scene was happening.
Yeah.
that was.
I was like, no, no,
my
like
gosh.
basically it was like pre-mug, Mo, Crom, and then all of a sudden Thanos comes out and Zach's like the comedian.
No, it's kind of funny how like before I saw Infinity War last weekend, I like did not care if someone spoiled Endgame to me, because I was like you know what, I just don't have time for it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But then when I went over to Moo's house, I saw Infinity War. I'm like all in it now, and I'm like ready to see Endgame. So
Oh,
no
yeah.
spoilers.
No spoilers. There.
It did a real good job of getting me hyped for Endgame, because
Yeah.
even when Infinity War first came out, in all honesty, I wasn't nearly as hyped as everyone else was. Like, everyone's like, yo, Infinity War's so good. Like, obviously, I'm seeing it opening weekend because that's what I do. But
You
I'm
already
like,
know.
I sat in the theater and I had no expectations because, as I said, unlike most people, I'm not like a huge Marvel fan. Like, I think a lot of the movies are good, like decent, but there's many movies I'd rather watch. But Infinity War, I'm like, all right, let's see what they can do. I sit down in the theater and the opening scene happens and I'm like, holy shit, this is actually like great cinema right here. This establishes everything perfectly. The hits felt like they felt like hits when Hulk was getting beat up by Thanos and stuff. I'm like, oh man, Thanos is tough.
Oh yeah. That also outraged me. That Hulk didn't come out.
Mark Ruffalo.
That was kind of.
Yeah, that was
wanted
really.
him
I wanted
hard
to see Hulk.
Yeah.
But now, I bet. Don't say anything, but I bet that probably leads into Endgame, because I think most of the people that watched Infinity War was like, why didn't the
we
Hulk come
haven't
out?
seen it.
You
We haven't
have
seen
Speaking
it.
of more Infinity War.
Anyway.
That's just what I'm just saying that out loud.
Yeah, no. But
Thor's the GOAT though.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I've heard.
yeah.
In this one I'm talking about.
Infinity.
Oh,
Infinity
War.
Okay, so a little tidbit.
Oh, I heard
Also-
Cap was the GOAT in Endgame.
Infinity War, as we're saying.
Yeah,
Um,
Infinity War, yeah.
In the scene, Cap's entrance is also so hype.
Yeah.
I think the entrances were done really well. And continue, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, I don't know. He just doesn't. I don't get the same I don't know what I would say right now, but just he's not as good as he used to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Cap. He's just not. I don't think he
Cap.
proves himself to be an Avenger, honestly.
What?
But
Infinity War. You're
You
good.
guys spoiling it?
Infinity,
no,
Infinity
no,
War.
no, no.
Infinity War. These fellas
No,
haven't
we have
seen
not
it
seen
yet.
it. Yeah.
Somebody's gonna slip.
Oh, trust me, I don't know.
I just gotta say something.
yeah, as I was saying.
Vert me the kind of guy to think Infinity War was the movie that came out this weekend.
Oh,
Really?
Nah,
No, I'm kidding. I love you.
think,
Thank you for letting me see your room.
yeah.
No,
in
but
the-
yeah, he's not as powerful as he used to be. I mean, the 1940s. Come on,
Facts.
yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Facts.
Did anyone think that Cap kind of looks like Mr. Sandberg in Infinity War?
Yeah,
Because I was obsessed with that. I was like,
That's really
damn.
funny.
One of my favorite moments in the movie, because as I've said, like everything about leading up to the battle at Wakanda, the tension is so high and you can feel the stakes. So what I really loved,
What the?
They're going ham with the
one of my
joke.
What is that like?
one of my favorite moments is when like he does the Wakanda for everything and they start rushing, and there's that one shot like. It's just panning, and there's that one shot you see Captain America and Black Panther book it in front of everyone else at full speed, and I'm like,
cool.
oh, that's such a cool little detail they added just to please the fans. Like, it's not super showy in the sense like a close up of them slow motion going in front of everyone or anything. It's just a wide shot of them just booking it in front of everyone and jumping into the action. Like, these two are the freaking leaders of the group and gonna take down everyone else.
No. Oh yeah, you go.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to comment on the one scene where, what's his name? Iron Man and his wife were like in the park. We're walking in the park, and they started like kissing each other, and then like
That's like gonna.
when the portal opened up, and I forget what's the guy that can like make portals.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Strange. He like comes out of nowhere, and in the background, I thought it was a cool detail that they had like all the people like looking like, what are these people doing? What's going on right now? You could see people. Yeah, there's the public people in the background just like looking and like wondering what the hell is going on. It was cool.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go off topic a little bit.
Okay.
But like Captain Marvel, I'm gonna talk about Captain Marvel. It took one movie for her to be good, and it took Thor 3 movies.
No.
3 average
kidding.
movies, mind I say. 3 average movies to be a GOAT in Infinity War. So
I think like. What is going
I just
on?
wrote a W and then Michael's making it seem inappropriate.
Wow.
That
Wow.
was not a
funny guy.
W.
alright, we're done.
It started as a W.
But-
Yeah, exactly.
Holy crap! Sorry, keep.
Oh man, I do think that Infinity War is Marvel's crown jewel right now.
Masterpiece.
Nothing comes close to it in my opinion, and not talking anything plot wise or anything. Just saying, Endgame I'd say is not nearly as good as Infinity War and Thor Ragnarok for sure. But Infinity War, not even gonna lie, I'm surprised to say this for a Marvel movie. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Dang.
That is a hefty rating.
Wow.
So, someone came up to me in the hallway this week and said that they really, really wanted to be a special guest next week.
Who was it?
A little guy, you might know him by the name of Tristan Pete.
Wait.
yeah.
Next week we are having Teet and Audrey on.
Wait, what's the deal?
Wait,
I'm
here's
sure-
wrong. We already had
Wait,
Pete
I'm-
on. I feel like we should hit Pete.
We haven't had Audrey. We had
haven't had
Tristan
Pete
on.
either, though.
We
What?
haven't had
Yes, we
Pete
did.
on.
Wait, what?
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't, my
We
guy.
were going to the one time. It was gonna be him and
And
Tommy
Nick,
Boy double
yeah.
feature.
He was never on.
Nah.
No.
Really?
And Pete and I have some beef about a certain song.
And that means the next weekend we can watch.
Oh.
No, we're
Yeah.
watching Scott Pilgrim. Come on, I told Teet
Do we-
and Audrey that they could
You
come
kind of
on.
lied to them.
Do we?
What?
Yeah, you kind of lied to them.
So
you should have consulted
what-
the group
We'll-
first.
we'll
Yeah.
push it
You
over.
guys don't console anything.
Well, but that's more
What?
important than
You
when
guys
you
are-
record it, though. Who's coming
This is
on?
consulting right now.
You guys
Yeah.
don't console anything. You kind of just say what happens.
Well, I'm saying what's happening. Next week's recommendation
Exactly.
is The Graduate. Yes. Yo.
That's good. I didn't expect that.
I like how
I
he
did
pushed
not
it back.
know.
He's like,
I mean,
Tristan
I
Pete,
never heard you guys
get
talk about
ready.
Graduate. That's crazy.
wait, Tristan, you better watch The Graduate.
Wait, he hasn't seen it?
It's on Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
okay.
the
Alright.
beef we have is over
Yeah,
a specific song in the movie, if you know.
Oh,
Little
a
song
song in the movie.
That's
wait.
silent.
It possibly
right?
that might have two different versions, correct?
God
What
damn.
I mean.
it,
One
okay.
real version.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Oh God, Brendan getting angry again.
Walk
not-
off again.
Not again.
You gotta walk out.
Oh shit!
What the heck? You just threw it at the monitor.
Yeah, I did.
Show it to Vernon.
What are you gonna say?
Vernon will like lock you out of this room if he sees that.
All right, let's put Mike on blast for a little bit before we leave. We have two fellow.
No, listen,
Oh,
listen.
okay.
Did you guys see the last episode?
No, we don't
Yes,
want
I
one
did.
to
No,
get
that's all.
upset
We
and
shook
then walk
hands.
out and then
Yeah, no,
Listen,
I-
I'm sorry. I'm seriously. I'm
Michael,
sorry.
I've digressed.
I've already been sorry enough.
Yeah.
You don't even know who Pre-Monk is
I-
still.
You don't either.
Yes, I do indeed.
No,
know
you
who
don't.
The
Pre-Monk
memories
is.
will always be there in, you know, the
You don't
boys'
need to know
changing
who they are to
room
care
during
about
the
them,
musical
Michael.
and everything.
What?
All that stuff.
You don't
Oh
need to know
God,
who
the
they are.
memories.
The memories.
Fake care.
Shout out to the lads as usual.
Yeah, always, always.
Oh, and you gotta peep the concert May 17th.
May 17th.
May 17th.
Concert.
Yeah.
Men's choir, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You said. Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I
Want it
that.
dead.